Matchday number 8, Cremonese Atalanta. Now this could be classed as a derby, a sort of derby, because both clubs are from the Lombardy region of Italy, which is, I'll put here where Lombardy is. It's like the financial hub of Italy. It's where all the rich people live, or so they say. It's like, you know, in the UK we've got a difference between north and south. You know, we say the north is poorer and the south is richer. We have the same in Italy, but the opposite way. But I don't agree with that. I think the south is, for all those Italian people watching, I think the south is a lot richer culturally and even economically now as well. But anyway, I digress. So it's a derby, and it's an important game because both teams are sort of mid-table. I think Atalanta have only got 1 point more than us. Atalanta is a strange club because their name has nothing to do with the city they come from. They come from Bergamo. Now, those of you who fly with Ryanair will know Bergamo because that's the main hub in Italy for Ryanair. And it's about a 40-minute drive away from here. So, yeah, I read as well, I think Vardy's going to start. I read also that the away fans, they've not sold any away tickets for public ordinance, is that a word? Public order issues. So I'm not sure if there's going to be any away fans there. But we'll wait and see, you know, we'll see. I'll have to give some of my friends a call in the underworld, see if there's going to be any away fans. Don't read it. Don't trust any of the papers you read. So yeah, hopefully it'll be a good game. And Cremonese Atalanta. Yeah, I mentioned Lombardy before that I put it up. Yeah, there's 12 provinces in Lombardy. Cremona is one of them, and Bergamo is one of them as well. So that's why it's a local derby. It's only about 40 minutes away on the motorway. If you go, the motorway straight there, where it goes up and then goes north and then west. But if you do like 100 mile an hour, it takes you half an hour to get there. I don't drive 100 mile an hour. But yeah, I remember the Bergamo airport when it all took off. It all started taking off 20 years ago. I think I took one of the first flights that Ryanair did from there. There was a choice between Bergamo and Montichiari when Ryanair were choosing which was the best airport, and they chose Bergamo. It would have been better if they chose Montichiari, which is just about 20 minutes away from where I am, but they chose Bergamo because Montichiari's got a longer runway, and so that was needed for cargo. So all cargo traffic goes to Montichiari, and the passenger traffic goes to Bergamo. Which, and they're expanding it now because it's going to be the official airport for the Winter Olympics. I think the Winter Olympics are in Milan in February, and so the Bergamo airport, I think I read recently it's going to take over Linate or Malpensa. It's going to be like the biggest airport in Italy. Anyway, before that, we're going to have lunch with in-laws. So maybe I'll show you what we're going to have for lunch before we go to the game. The game's tonight, but we're going to have lunch with in-laws. Here we are. Everything starts with food. Did you know that roast beef in Italy is this? It's like raw meat. That's what we call roast beef here. Anyway, this is lunch with the in-laws. Buon appetito. Now they say that the Italians have got a pastime of the favourite pastime of the Italians is arguing. Just general something to say back to you, or maybe it's just husband and wife that are like that, or just couples that are like that. I don't know. You like that as well? Anything I say, my wife's always got something else to say. No, it's not it. So in the video before, the part that I said that tonight's game is a derby, my wife was like, "It's not a derby. It's not a derby, but it is a derby. What she knows about football, you know, be written on a stamp." Is it a derby? No. Well, she says no. One thing is for sure that she told me that the Atalanta fans have got a name for being hooligans. Not all of them, obviously, but yeah, they've got a name for being quite loud. So maybe that's why they're banned from coming tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Atalanta are called Atalanta, by the way, because the club was founded in 1907 in Bergamo by students, believe it or not. They were doing classical studies, and they must have had a crush on Atalanta, who's a Greek goddess known for her speed and hunting prowess, I think, if I remember right. So yeah, the nickname of Atalanta here in Italy is La Dea, which is the feminine version of the word god, so goddess. So that's Atalanta's nickname, goddess. Just thought I'd give you that information. The Atalanta won the UEFA Cup, or the Europa League as it's now called, a couple of years ago, and I think they beat Liverpool at Anfield like 3-0 or 4-0 a year or two ago as well. So they're a good team. They've gone down. Gone down in level a little bit. You know, their levels are. Lookman plays for them. He was an ex-Fulham guy. I think he's English, but he plays under Nigerian nationality. So yeah, I'm going on my own tonight because my friend who normally comes with me, he can't come tonight. So Maybe I've sent out a WhatsApp, put a notice on Facebook as well to everyone saying that I've got a free ticket. But no one's responded to me, so I think I'll go on my own. I'll go on the bike. I'll take my bike. Maybe about 6-7 minutes cycle. It's across the stadium's across the other side of town from where I live. So anyway, let's go. Forza Cremo. Sorry, before we go to the game, got my bike with the lights on. You need to make sure you've got lights if you go on your bike, kids, eh? Light on the front. I read in the press before that on this day in 2019, so the 25th of October 2019, Jamie Vardy scored a hat-trick against Southampton in what was to be Leicester's biggest Premier League win, I think, in history. They won 8-0 and he scored a hat-trick, so let's hope for, I don't know, what can we say? Let's hope for some of the same similarities. Obviously, similarities are that it's the same day and Leicester played in blue, Atalanta playing blue as well, and Southampton playing red and white, Cremonese playing red and grey, so he's on the opposite side of the colours tonight, Jamie Vardy, but let's hope he gets 3 goals. Anyway, let's go. I'm going to go back. This is the quiet bit. So I parked my bike. I think it took me 7 minutes to get here, I showed you. That's the floodlights. Why are they called floodlights in English? That word just came into my head then. Anyway, let's go into the game. Come on, Vardy, get us a hat-trick. Now there's a police block just coming into the stadium there. That's there. So you can't come in with your car. Well, it's an exciting Serie A game again. It's 0-0 at half time. Who would imagine that? Who would have thought that would have been the result at half time? I'm only kidding. No, I was reading recently, well, I read before that Atalanta's last 2 Serie A games finished 0-0. So there's a high probability that this game will finish 0-0 as well. Now, I showed you a photo or a video of the away fans, 0 fans. So it was right what I read before. There's no away fans. I mean, can you imagine that happened in a Premier League game in the UK? There's no away fans allowed. I mean, everyone would have been writing about it for the weeks before and weeks after. That's a normal occurrence here. I wouldn't say it was that normal, but it happens a lot. But no one writes about it. Maybe we should take a leaf out of someone else's book. I don't know, guys. Serie A, Premier League, away fans banned. That's the second time, or the third time it's happened here. Cremona had their away fans banned 2 or 3 weeks ago. That never happens in the UK. I digress. I could talk a lot about other things as well.
Fucking Vardy just scored! Hooray! Yes! Come on!
Well, Vardy got his first goal. His first goal for Cremonese, and it was 1-0. I think Atalanta equalised in like the 84th minute. There's a sub on. I've come out before the game's finished because I don't want to get all the rush. But Vardy scored his first goal, so he didn't score a hat-trick like he did 6 years ago on this day. But he got his first goal, and we're happy. Again, this is a game that we would have lost 4-0 3 years ago. But it's 1-1. Well, it's 1-1. I think there's about a minute left. So that's us on 10 points. So I've just spoken to a couple of fans there, and they're happy. We're happy with the way things are going because, like I said in the last game, 3 years ago we would have lost this match. We would have lost it 2-0. But we'd drawn it. Vardy got his first goal for Cremonese, like I said before, and he played well. He played well. The fans are happy with the way that the way things are going. In general, I mean, obviously we'd be happier if we were like top of the table or, you know, third or fourth. But we're mid-table. I go back to what Jamie Vardy said at the beginning of the season. The main aim is to stay up. And if that's the main aim, then we're doing above what we should do. It was a shame that we let the goal in from Atalanta. You know, we let Atalanta score in the last 10 minutes. That was a shame. I don't know, but you could see it coming. You know, it was the only chance they had. Atalanta, it was the only chance they had, but having said that, it was the only chance Cremonese had and Vardy scored it. But it was the only chance Atalanta had and they scored. 1-1's a fair result. You know, we can't be disappointed with that after, you know, Atalanta are like one of the best teams in Europe. You know, they won the Europa League two years ago. So we can't be disappointed. Cremonese can't be disappointed. It'd be good if Vardy scored more goals. But, you know, he's got the... Vardy's only a product of what the team gives him. Sarmiento, I want to give a mention to Sarmiento as well. I think he's a great player. I know he played in Fulham. I think he's, you know, I don't know where he's from, South America, but he was born in England. But I'd like to give a mention to him. He's a great player. Anyway, I'm going to quit it here. So now, folks, please like and subscribe if you want to know more about what it's like living in Italy. Let's hope Vardy gets us into the Conference League.